And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're back inside Minecraft and we're going to be playing Parkour Planets. Okay. Gotta return to the last checkpoint thing. Would I follow this off the start? Nah, we're going up. Now, I will say, the main complaint that I saw for this map was a lack of direction, so I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open for like which way we're supposed to go and stuff. So just keep that in mind as we're doing this, that yeah, the directions aren't exactly supposedly superb, but that'll be fine. Not really stressful. I'm a little confused why the checkpoint goes into here, but there doesn't appear to be a way up through here. Unless there's like an invisible block somewhere that I'm missing, but it doesn't look like it. There's a swing. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but it's here. I take it we're supposed to start from here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I have a feeling there's gonna be quite a bit of that in this map where it's just like not 100% sure where we're supposed to start. Gonna have to look for it a bit. But that should be fine. I'll say one interesting thing is there was a conversation in the comment section of this chat, and basically one of the people that played the map was complaining really heavily about the different problems with the map, specifically multiplayer support stuff and how, oh my goodness, it's so easy to make multiplayer support. Why didn't you? Blah, blah, blah. And the map creator brought up a good point, which was, you know, he was doing it in his free time, didn't ask for anything in return. What's the problem? Which I feel like is fair. Like, it's one thing when, like, a map creator's, like, putting their YouTube channel all over their map and going, hey, follow my YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. That's one thing. Then you can say, yeah, they asked for something in return. Critiquing the map very heavily is 100% fair. But, like, when a map creator really does just not ask for anything in return, they don't even bother to plug any of their socials or anything in their map, I feel like it's really fair to say, you know, should probably be pretty nice to the map creator, just because they literally didn't ask for anything in return. Now, obviously, there's a difference between critiques and, just flat out hate. Like, the point can easily be made that on those first two maps, the map would have been better, or the first two levels. Whoops. Oh, that's already back fairly far. Then on the first two levels, the map would have been better if it was a bit easier to tell which way you were supposed to be going. Like, that isn't a 100% fair critique. But then complaining endlessly that the map creator didn't make the map multiplayer supported because he didn't have time to test all the stuff out for it and set everything up, I feel like that's a bit more unfair. Ow. Half a heart, that's fine. Take that. That's all I need anyway. So yeah, as with pretty much all things, there's a balance to be had. And like, if nobody critiques a map, then it's hard for the map creator to get better at what they do. Like, I was having a conversation with a map creator in my comment section who was like, yeah, I really appreciate that you critiqued my map instead of just saying good things about it, because it gives me, you know, ideas of where to improve on and how to get better with my map creation. So I feel like, you know, there's a balance to be had. Like, you still want to be nice, obviously, but at the same time, if nobody critiques it in any way, then it'll be hard for the map creator to know what to do to improve. And I just didn't jump. Whoops. So yeah, I think I'm on the wrong side. I think it's over here. Yeah, over here. But yeah, I mean, that's everything in life pretty much. Like, the problem is nobody really likes getting criticism all that much unless they're specifically looking for, how to improve, it's really rare that anybody actually likes getting criticized for anything. So then even constructive criticism is usually looked at poorly, but like we need to be able to recognize the difference between constructive criticism and toxic criticism. Otherwise, it's impossible for us to improve its stuff. And I also feel like that's something that toxic players like to use as an excuse for being toxic is, oh, well, criticism is necessary for people to improve, so we're just helping them out. Oh, interesting. That's fun. I like that. Like, I've seen a lot of those sort of, like, levitation pillars in the past, but jumps off of the sort of levitation pillars is pretty cool. Anyway. But yeah. Yeah, and the other thing about it is when you do ask for something in return, like following your YouTube channel or whatever, I do feel like at that point, you kind of asked for some of the criticism. Because if you put out a really bad map and then still go, follow my socials, here's my YouTube, follow that, then, you're asking for something in return after putting out a, flawed product. It's a whole different story than if you just went, hey, here's this cool map I made, anybody want to try it? I feel like there's a pretty significant difference to be had there. It's also hard, though, just because, well, once again, the balance between constructive criticism and toxic criticism. Like, if you have legit constructive criticism to give, then there's no reason not to give it, really. Except for, when map creators are not able to take a bit of constructive criticism. And, I mean, this is something that, a lot of us deal with, is trying to find a way to not ever be offended by constructive criticism and take it to actually improve instead. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of taking criticism that could easily be seen as constructive and, treating it like they were being toxic. I have a feeling all of us are guilty of that at some point in our lives. Nobody's perfect, we all make mistakes, but it's important to see your flaws and try and improve. Anyway, apparently I woke up on the slightly philosophical side of the bed this morning. Oh. There was a sign. I wanted to see what the sign said, and then I fall. No. That might have even been... No, that's... I don't know. That might have been the end. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, it was supposed to be a pretty easy map, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was the end. Ow. Oh my goodness, I almost died there. That was a bit close for comfort. I wonder, like, this is a completely random thought now, but I wonder why so many map creators use a carrot on a stick for return to the last checkpoint. Like, what started the trend that was the item used? Line yourself in the middle to not miss the hole. Oh, we got one more place. Alright, we should be good. Great view from up here. Hey! Apparently, if you aren't moving at the top, you're not going to catch the levitation in time to not die once you go down. That's good to know. Good to know. We're going to have to try that again. At least we got the great view from up here challenge, because apparently that counts as shulker levitation. Although, I guess, is there even another way to get levitation in survival Minecraft besides shulkers? Or is that the only way to actually get the effect? I can't say I'm sure. Okay, let's see here. Bam. Oh. I fell there again. What am I doing? Apparently, I'm trying to draw out the map or something. I was like, oh, that might be the end. You know, gotta make 100% sure I hit that 10-minute video mark or something. My word. I can't believe I fell there. Boom. Okay. That is one thing. Like, I find that for me, like, the ideal video length ends up coming out to about 20 to 30 minutes just because of what I do. And usually that's the sort of length of videos that I get the most views on, from my experience. Although I don't... It's hard when playing through parkour maps to consistently do 10 to 20 minute videos. So at the same time, I don't have... No! I wasn't perfectly lined up. So at the same time, I don't have a great reference point for it. But from my experience, kind of the 20 to 30 minute mark's ideal. Which, the other thing about it is, it's been a while since people have freaked out about 10-minute mark videos, and I wonder if that's just kind of outdated by now. Like, if the algorithm's kind of shifted around and now making 10-minute videos is outdated. I don't know. Not something I'd be 100% positive on. Okay. Let's go. I don't think I'm going to hit that. Oh, I did. Let's go. I actually did it. I think we're... Oh, there's actually quite a bit more. Oh. Never mind. I was wrong that we were nearing the end. I think we're probably actually close to the halfway mark, if anything. It's weird that I struggled with that level so much. And, of course, the bits that I was struggling on, for the most part, came at, like, the very end of the level. So, you know, that's always pleasant when you have to redo the entire level. And it wasn't stuff I should be failing. But, like, that one spot that I just kept walking off. Now, the levitation bit was hard. Like, just from the standpoint of, you know, the first time I had no clue that I needed to move once I hit the top. Which is fair that I would have to do that, but I just didn't expect it. Whoops. But besides that, I was mostly struggling with dumb stuff. Okay, and up. Oh, there's a chest. I might have to kamikaze if I want that chest. Nope. Collectible. Wait, were there more than one of these? Is this something I should have been looking for throughout the map? Oh, I always hate that feeling when you find something like this further on in the map and then have that moment of, should I have been looking for these the whole time and just completely had no idea? I mean, that's why a lot of systems put a collectible somewhere really obvious at the beginning. So in that way you'll find it and go, oh, look at that. There's collectibles. I should keep an eye out for it. But once again, I don't know how many collectibles there's been, so I can't make a judgment on whether or not they did a good job with it. 'Cause sometimes it's fun to... Oh, I'm all the way back here. To just have one or two collectibles throughout a map. You know, don't go overboard, but at the same time, add some in for the fun of it. I can't believe I'm this far back. There hasn't been a checkpoint at any points through there. I guess if there has been, I just missed it. I feel like a neat system for something like this would be like, hey, by the way, there's going to be a checkpoint on every single island, but they're all going to be hidden. So you have to make the decision on every island. Do I go hunting for the checkpoint? Or do I just try to brave the parkour and risk losing it all if I fall? I feel like that would be a really fun concept. Like, it forces you to make the decision each level, and if you're really good at parkour, then you might be willing to take more risks with it. Whereas if you're, you know, not as good at parkour, you're going to try to take things cautiously and maybe find every single checkpoint. Like, I know guys that would 100% have to find the checkpoint every level. And on the other hand, I know people that, would be more than willing to try and just run it from straight to start without grabbing any checkpoints. I feel like I'd probably be somewhere in the middle. Like, every once in a while, I'll like do some sort of parkour that gives you the option of checkpoints, and I'll get that weird moment of pride and go, well, I'm not using a single checkpoint through this entire thing. And then sometimes I really don't, and it's cursed, but sometimes it works. Not always. It's not something that consistently works, but every once in a while. Okay. Let's not fall here, preferably. Got a skull, looking good. Hopefully there's a checkpoint at the end of all this. I really don't want to get set back all the way back to the Crimson biome. Checkpoint! Woo! Checkpoints are a bit scarce in this map, especially for how many there was at the beginning, but once again, like, I've said this a lot, I kind of prefer maps to be a bit scarcer with checkpoints, to the point where, like, it kind of feels special to get a checkpoint. Like, I think it's fun when a map's set up in a way where getting a checkpoint is less of a, I reached the end of the level, where's my checkpoint? And more of a, it's a checkpoint. I'm really grateful that I got that. And, thank goodness there was one there. Because now I'm not going to have to suffer through the previous jumps anymore. I kind of prefer when that's the sort of system that's going on with checkpoints. Up here. Oh, snap. We're going places. We're going to an end island next. Well, maybe. Give me a second. Now we're gonna go back around. Might as well go to this side first, anyway. Since, yeah, it's gonna be easy. It's just like that. I hate dropper style stuff, especially when I don't have Optifine on. Like, for whatever reason, I still don't have Optifine on 1.16.5, which confuses even me. I know. So, like, when I'm in 1.17, I have Optifine, then I go to 1.16, and it's like, nope, none for you, because you were too lazy to ever install it and still haven't done it for some unknown reason that even you're not aware of. But, yeah. I don't know. Droppers just hurt me on a personal level. And on just a physical, I take a lot of damage dying on hoppers. So, like, in-game, they damage me on a physical level, too. Okay. Let's not miss it this time. And, like, the thing about it is, like, I find water bucket clutching pretty easy. Like, it took me a while to get to a point where I could pretty consistently do it, but I can almost always water bucket clutch from most heights. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes when it comes to it still, but yeah, for the most part, I can make water bucket clutches. But it's... Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have to clutch something like that with a water bucket than have to do the actual dropper, if I'm being completely honest. Oof. Like, droppers just aren't my thing. There's something about them. What might be fun is, like, a style of dropper where... Now, I get that this is something I'd absolutely hate, but it'd be cool. A style of dropper where you're in adventure mode and you get a bucket that can only be placed on certain blocks. And you have to fall and land on that block and make it. And you might get a block that is higher up in the I fell pretty far there. That's higher up in the portion of the map. And alright, you get to land on that, you get a water bucket to that, and then pick up your water bucket, and maybe it'll let you place it on a different block now. I don't know. Just spinning ideas. Oh, I didn't have enough speed. This section's actually kind of obnoxious, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's obnoxious in the sense that the jumps are right at that point where I can't claim they're hard jumps because they're just not, but they are obnoxious. And I keep failing them because I'm a bot. See, like, I'm used to jumps that, like, go around corners and stuff like that. The problem I run into is jumps that are long that goes around corners that, like, you kind of need a bit of momentum like that. Like, I struggle with those a bit more. Okay. And some of it's just that the system I use for jumps that go around corners doesn't fit well to those. So as a result, it causes problems for me. Now we got end rods. Everybody knows this is my absolute favorite kind of jump. I'm not being sarcastic. I don't even know why I hate end rods so much. I think it's PTSD from the one map that had you crouching under end rods for midair and stuff like that. I think I still have, you know, I still think of that whenever I see them. Boom. Oh, stress. It's hard to make these because you have to, like, keep going as you're hitting the block, but you have to not run off the end. And that's easier said than done. Because most of the time you're crouching actually a little bit before you've actually made it to the block to make 100% sure you're not going to fall off the other end. Or in the case of normal jumps, like, a lot of times you're crouching like right at the first corner of the block. So it can cause problems. Can't. Tip, hold spacebar, and don't jump. Oh, it's this sort of thing. I should be dead. That was stressful. We got a checkpoint, and we're nearing the end. I think. Yeah, that's old stuff over there. Maybe? No? Is that new stuff? I don't know. I'm confused. We'll find out, I guess. This map might be longer than I thought. I will say, after the first 2 levels or whatever, the way you're supposed to go has been pretty obvious. Besides, like, 1 level that was in the spruce kind of place, too, that wasn't obvious. But for the most part, it's been pretty obvious this whole time. Whee. Okay, now we gotta make it up there. And the other thing is because of that one that wasn't obvious, you know to take the vines, which helps a lot. Boom. Checkpoint. Yeah, you gotta check in these buildings whenever there's buildings, because the map creator likes to just tuck the checkpoints in them. Okay. I take it I'm supposed to start in this tree? Yeah. I wasn't sure, because both trees were very possible to jump to. Okay, let's go around here. Is there a way to just get onto this fence without suffering? I gotta do that. Oh, wait, I can do it from here where there's not anything over my head. Okay. There we go. I think I was crouching under the stair or something. Bam. Let's not mess up the jumps this time. Wait. I don't think I can make it from there because it's a fence. Am I supposed to be jumping from somewhere else? No, nah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Looks like it's pretty much equivalent to the 301 jump. It's just, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take the more direct route with jumps. And my word, this map was a lot longer than I thought. Although, I think we're nearing the end because that's the stuff we did previously. Like right now, besides that island there, everything in sight stuff we've already done. So I think that if I can make it across this stuff, we'll have made it. And I fall. I have to redo this bit again. Checkpoint. Yeah, I nuzzled under here, and that's why I fell the first time I attempted that jump. Okay. Nice, nice. And now we journey across clouds again. Whee. Okay. Boom. Is there more up there? Oh my goodness, I think there's more up there. Okay. That's fine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. I was kinda hopeful I'd reach the end. Oh, we're going even higher up this time. I didn't realize this was gonna be such a long map. My word. I guess something about when maps in their description say that it's going to be an easy to medium map, I just kind of take that and presume from there that the map's going to be fairly short. I don't know why either. Like, it's not something that necessarily means that it should be short, but it's kind of how I take it. Man, I apparently need to sprint a tiny bit there before I just go. The problem is finding room in a situation like this to sprint. Nice. Bam. And up here now. Fence, fence, fence. Or ladder, 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 ladder. Okay. Nice. Just a couple, I think, more levels to go. I've been saying that like this whole time. I've just been kind of expectant that, oh, we're almost there, of course. And then there's like 80 million more jumps to go. I don't think I've gotten a checkpoint recently. I guess that's recent enough. Still kind of painful. Ah, man. Problem with this sort of jump is the easiest way to get out from under it is to crouch to the edge, but it gives you legitimately no momentum with your movement. It can make it hard to make the jump afterwards. So it kind of depends on what the jump afterwards is, on whether or not that's a good strategy. Okay. I landed on something that I could have made it up from. It almost weirds me out a little bit how much I'm just how much I'm struggling with this. Not in and of the fact that I'm struggling with it, just how much I am. Okay. Bam. Boom. The worst part is part of the reason why I think I failed the jump that I died on up here, up ahead, is I looked at it and was like, that's a 3/1 up jump. That's a pretty difficult jump, and I haven't gotten a checkpoint since back there, at least. I don't know, it might have been a little further back. I'm gonna need to make sure 100% that I make this jump, and then I failed it. So I think those thoughts running through my head while I was doing it is part of what led to me failing in the first place. No, it wasn't even on a hard jump. I just walked off. That's always so heartbreaking when it's just like, yeah, you didn't die to a hard jump. You just kind of walked off on an easy jump. Like, it's one thing when you walk off because you were trying to make a far jump and you were trying to jump last possible second. You jumped too late. That's perfectly fair. Happens all the time. But what stinks is when you just walk off on an easy jump. A jump that you didn't need any wind up for, really. You just kind of needed to jump from any distance on the block, and you would have made it. Okay. Yeah, I've spent way too much time on this section. I guess that was another complaint I heard, which is that there isn't really much of a difficulty scale. Which, once again, it was pretty much all this one guy complaining about a lot of different stuff. But, no, there's a difficulty scale. I mean, it's the sort of difficulty scale where if I wasn't messing up and was playing to the best of my abilities, then I would probably be just flawlessing it for the most part. So, like, it doesn't really get all that difficult at any point, but at the same time, it isn't, like, super easy either. Oh, we made it up. Please have checkpoint. Thank you. I really needed that. At least for my mental state, because I didn't want to have to go through that city part again. Okay. Is there another chest in this time? Possibly. But if it is, I'm going to have to, like, kamikaze bomb for it, so I'm not doing it. Can't. Surely, like, that level 2, or that island 2 in the front looks 100% like a you've completed the level, good job kind of island. Surely we've done it. Well, haven't done it yet, but surely we're pretty much there. I'm gonna just keep saying surely until I believe that it's the case. Okay, I didn't want to jump anyway, you know? Just didn't feel like it. Just, you know, taking a day off jumping. Horrible plan in a situation like this. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna just keep not jumping on the jump that I need to make to progress, because the rest after this on this section look like really easy jumps. So yeah, just keep not jumping on it. I say that and then I actually get it, but you know. Nice. Now, usually they stick the checkpoint in the building. There's no way in the building from down here. So I take it I have to find some way up the tree line. Is there vines on this? Well, this is a pretty great example of what we were talking about at the beginning of just not doing a great job of explaining what way you need to go to move forward. I have to find my way back up. It was over here, right? Just up here, bam. Let's try that again. Up here, bam. And now, if we can just slide up here, then we can make it up here. And then I believe that should let us, assuming I messed that up. Because I don't think I can get anywhere useful over there from here. So I do need to work my way up to here and then jump to here, where then I'll crawl up to this point, and then I presume have a spot into the building? Oh, this is going to be painful. Fun fact, I haven't gotten a checkpoint in a long time. Now might not be the right time to bring that up, but yeah. Terrifying thought. Especially looking at this section that looks like my only way forward is to jump to there. Whew! I'm good. Okay. Now just a couple jumps and we will be free. Oh my goodness. There were a total of 8 collectibles. I got a single one. I'm so happy. Made by just a guy MC. You know, I feel like a lot of the complaints were unwarranted. That was a good map. Like, really the only complaint that I feel like was warranted and would be nice to see fixed would be just the couple levels that it's hard to tell which way you're supposed to go. Besides that, this map is great. And this music's actually really nice for just kind of a look back over what you've done. You did good. You did your work. Now sit back and look at all you've accomplished. It's beautiful. Okay, anyway guys, let me just, I think it's typically ambient for that, right? No. What? What is that, jukebox? I don't know, let's just turn it off. just want to be able to do my outro in peace. Anyway guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. And I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye bye.